Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your match preview for Manchester City versus Chelsea. It's the rehearsal of the Champions League final. Both teams have qualified to the Champions League final. It's been an insane 48 to 72 hours for both teams and both set of fans. But we look into this game now for the Premier League. And it does mean something. It does mean something. But before I tell you what it means for Man City and for Chelsea, I'm going to let you guys know today's video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. As you can see right here, you can see the OneFootball app in all of its glory with everything that you need to know in relation to the football world, whether it's your player news, your team news, your statistics, your videos, highlights, any sort of content that you need to know in relation to your team or any other team in world football. You can find it in the OneFootball app. And not just that, but OneFootball have partnered with Ligue 1 to give away some shirts, and you guys are in a chance for winning if you choose to participate. I advise that you do. So basically, with 3 match days to go in Ligue 1, PSG, Monaco, Lyon and Lille are all in contention for winning the French title. With that, who do you think are going to become champions? If you have a suggestion and you have a prediction as to who you think will win the French title, then make sure you head into the link in the description, hit that link and give your predictions. If you get it correct, you are in for a chance of winning a shirt. There's going to be 8 jerseys given away. You are in contention for winning a jersey of any French team that you choose with any player that you choose on the back. So make sure you head down into the description below, leave your predictions for who you think is going to become French champions, and good luck. May the best win. Now, let's get into this preview. Man City versus Chelsea. This is big for both teams, and I'll tell you why. For Manchester City, if they beat Chelsea tomorrow, they become Premier League champions. And that is not something that I want to give to them on a plate. Nah, not happening. Not happening on our watch. It's not happening. We are going to put a spanner in the works for this Premier League title. And as confirmed as it is already, unofficially, Man City will win the title. There's just no going back. It's going to happen. But I don't want it happening against us. I just don't. So, hopefully, we get a result. Now, Man City can win the title if they beat us. If Chelsea win now, for our top 4 hopes, that's huge, because we are currently sitting 3 points ahead of West Ham. We are currently 2 points behind Leicester City, having played the same amount of games, and we still have to play Leicester going into the end of the season. So it's a good position and a good chance for us now to secure top 4. If West Ham fail, they play against Newcastle, if I'm not mistaken. If they don't get a result against Newcastle, fingers crossed, come on the tune, and we beat Man City with 3 games to go, we could have a 6-point lead. It could near enough be curtains. It could be done at that point. So, tomorrow's huge for both teams. Some are going to say it's a rehearsal for the Champions League final. Thomas Tuchel was asked that in the press conference that he gave earlier today, and he turned around and said, nah. He said the final is going to be its own thing. This has no relation to the final whatsoever. And I have to agree. I'd say I agree with him 99%. But there is that 1%. There is that 1% of whoever gets a result tomorrow, psychologically, are going to be going into the final just that little bit more confident. And on the day, it means nothing, because a final is a final. It's a different competition. It's a different atmosphere. All of these players are probably going to forget the Premier League game that's going to happen tomorrow when we get to the 29th of May. So I can get from his point of view. But just for tomorrow, whoever comes out on top will be carrying that psychological edge and will be carrying that, yeah, we've just beaten them. Good. Now we can get to the final. Let's do it again. On the day, it might not matter. But tomorrow, I think it will. So, putting all of that into context, we have a bit of team news. Mateo Kovacic is unfortunately still unavailable. And apart from that, everyone looks like they are raring to go. But Thomas Tuchel did say that he is going to be rotating. He is going to be rotating. So that leaves the question, who is he going to rotate? How much is he going to rotate? And I've come up with what I think is the perfect balance. I've come up with what I think should be done. And the 11 that I think, bearing in mind we played against Real Madrid on Wednesday and we are playing on Saturday. So we've got Thursday, Friday and Saturday. It's hardly any time to rest. But I do think that with Arsenal being on Wednesday, we do need to rotate. But there are some players there that I reckon can handle it. They can handle it. So, let's get into the starting 11 and who I think Thomas Tuchel should go with. So, starting off with, some are going to say let's play Kepa. I don't think Mendy needs a rest. If anything, I think he needs to play and carry on the fantastic form that he is on, because against Real Madrid, those 3 top world-class saves that he put out in order to deny Benzema, absolutely immense. So for me, he has to keep that momentum going. Goalkeepers don't have to run, so I'm sure he's 100% fit and he's raring to go. So Mendy in goal. Now the back 3 is where I would not make a change, but going into the wing backs, I've made a change. The back 3 for me needs to remain as Christensen, Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger. I think at centre back right now, yes, we could play Zuma, but I do think that these 3, with the game that they just put in against Real Madrid, had an absolutely immense game. Keep it going. Keep it going. Against Manchester City, keep it going. I don't think that in terms of energy or, them being absolutely shattered. Nah, they're centre-backs. They don't have to run that much. They had a fantastic game and they put their hearts and souls into it. But for me, those 3 are still fit enough and at a high enough level to play against Man City. So for me, I wouldn't change that. However, putting that into context, when you look in terms of the wing-backs, Chilwell, I think just against Manchester City and playing against wingers that they have that we know are full of pace, that we know are going to be very attacking, and we know that Man City are probably going to have to rotate a little bit here. But they have fast wingers. Marcos Alonso, if we were playing against a team that are sitting back, I'd play Marcos Alonso and I'd give Chilwell the rest. But for me, Chilwell, even if he just has to defend, would be best in this game, because Marcos Alonso can be a little suspect when he's defending. But when you're looking to Chilwell, I think defensively, he's really good. So for me, Ben Chilwell. At right wing back though, I'd make a change. I'd give Azpilicueta the rest, and I would put Reece James on the pitch. And Reece James we can trust. It's nice that we have that depth. Reece James we know we can put on, and he can attack, and he can bomb forward, and he can come back, and he can defend, and he can do the dirty work, and we don't need to worry with him at right wing back whatsoever. In hindsight, that gives a rest to Azpilicueta, who for me needs it. He has worked his socks off. He has not stopped running. He's played right wing back against Real Madrid, 2 legs. He's played in that position. I'm not going to throw him into a game against Man City in the same position. And for me, this is why I've played Christensen, Thiago Silva and Rudiger at centre-back, because those 3 centre-backs done something special against Real Madrid. And for me, that should remain the same. I wouldn't mind playing Azpilicueta as a right centre-back, but for me, I'd give him the rest. He shouldn't be on the pitch tomorrow. Let him ease up, let him rest up and bring him back for Arsenal. That would be a good situation for him. Now, in terms of resting, this is where it gets a bit tasty, because you look in terms of the 2 midfielders in the double pivot, and Kovacic is still out. And the 2 that we played, Jorginho and Kante, against Real Madrid were immense. Absolutely immense. The both of them. And they honestly, when you look at the stats and you look at the players that ran the most against Real Madrid, Kai Havertz was number 1. That was unbelievable. But Kai Havertz was number 1. Kante was number 2. Jorginho was number 3, if I'm not mistaken, and Mason Mount was number 4. Or was the other way around. But anyway, Kante and Jorginho ran their socks off as well. So you look at that and you think, yeah, they've got to be rested. But who do we go to? Billy Gilmore? Oh man, sticking him into this game against Man City, he's going to have to deal with a Kevin De Bruyne, with a Gundogan, with Fernandinho. Yes, he done a job against Liverpool and Fabinho, I get that. But Man City right now, different gravy, top team. So I honestly hope that Jorginho and Kante have just not done anything in the last 2 to 3 days, and they've just slept all day. They've just rested. Yeah, and for tomorrow, they are going to be ready and available to go. So for me, it would have to be Jorginho and Kante again, and we'll see how they fare. If any of them are looking too tired, we bring on Billy Gilmore. That's just going to have to be what we do. Or Thomas Tuchel might shift the system a little bit and go with a single 6. That's possible. But against Man City, I wouldn't do that. I'd go over double pivot and I'd dominate the midfield. And I think we will have... You've got to put this into context as well. Man City have been in the same situation as us. Yes, they've had one more day to rest, but they've played a Champions League semi-final just like us. So if we're rotating, they're rotating. And if we're not rotating, they're not rotating. So I think the energy levels are going to be very similar. When you're looking at Jorginho and Kante, and they're going to have to come up against a Gundogan, KDB, Fernandinho, they're all going to be pretty much on the same level playing field. So we're not really losing anything. If not, we're kind of matching them. So, in that aspect, I think it'll be safe to go with Jorginho and Kante and let them put on the same performance that they put on against Real Madrid, because that was absolutely incredible. We move up into the front three, and this one's hard because players need to be rested here. Absolutely. And there's one player that I've taken out. But however, I've left two in, and I feel like we just have to. We just have to. I've gone with Mason Mount, and I've gone with Christian Pulisic. Now, some of you are probably going to be like, no, play Ziyech. I trust those two more. Right now, Mason Mount, I feel like if we don't play him, we're missing something. That press, that energy, that defending from the front. I don't know if we get that with Ziyech. I'd like to think we do. But the way that Mason does it is different. No one does it like Mason. No one does it like Mason. And I feel like he's just such an attacking threat. And a game tomorrow where I feel like we need to win, it would be an injustice to not have him in the team. But I worry about his fitness. Can he handle it? I think if there's one guy in the squad that can handle a schedule like now, it's Mason Mount, because his fitness levels are through the roof. So I'd play Mason Mount. Pulisic didn't play 90 minutes in the game against Real Madrid. He came on for the last 20, 25, I think it was, tops. So he'll be fit and he'll be raring to go. And his contribution against Real Madrid was unbelievable. So I want that to continue, which is why I've gone with them two. It's nothing against Ziyech. It's nothing against even Havertz in that position. It's nothing against Hudson-Odoi. It's just those two, for me, need to play. Simple as that. Up top, I've decided to go with Timo Werner. Timo Werner, because of, and again, he might need to rest. He might need to rest. So if he doesn't play, I won't be surprised. Who do we go to? Tammy Abraham? Olivier Giroud? Possibly. Kai Havertz, for me, needs to rest. As I've just mentioned, Kai Havertz was the man that ran the most against Real Madrid. For me, he's done some top things, especially against Fulham, against Real Madrid. Let him have a break. Let him come back for Arsenal. For tomorrow, he shouldn't be in the team. Let him ease up. The same could apply to Timo Werner, because he's been playing week in, week out. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play. But again, just like Mason and Pulisic, if Timo can assist and press from the front and help the team defend from the front, which I think he's very, very good at against Man City, it could be the key, because against Manchester City, you want to play in a manner that puts their defence under pressure. If you are able to keep the ball away from Man City and you pile the pressure on their back line, they can crumble. PSG were not lethal enough. Man City, in the way that they play, are very strong going forward, and they're very comfortable in terms of getting a goal, getting 2 goals, and allowing their defence to ease up and look good because their attack are doing so well. With Chelsea, it's different. With Chelsea, our defence is solid. Our team, our block is solid. We don't take our chances, but we can defend from the front. And I think that is going to be a factor that helps us tomorrow against City when you look tactically in how we dominate the game. We've done it to them in the semi-final of the FA Cup, and it was an absolute masterclass. We can do it again tomorrow. So that is why I'm going with Timo up top, just in order to assist that defending from the front and to try and win possession in the positions up top where we can be a big threat on the counter-attack at a very fast rate. So for me, that would be the starting 11. Now, in terms of a score prediction, this is tough. This one's too tough. It's actually too tough to call because Man City just had the game of their lives. Chelsea have just had the game of their lives. They've both played really, really brilliantly. Both managers know exactly what they're doing. There's going to be rotation from both teams, I suspect. But there is that confidence that we beat them in an FA Cup semi-final. And the way that we done it was beautiful. And I trust Thomas Tuchel. Tuchel, honestly, whatever he does, I trust now. I trust it. I back it. I absolutely back it. The man has a plan. The man doesn't just have one plan. He has multiple plans. And he can go to any plan that he wants. And it works. So this is why I'm confident. And as much as I want to say it's going to be a hard game, it will be a hard game. And Man City can win. And they know if they win, they're champions. So they're going to have that motivation to get the job done themselves tomorrow. But tomorrow, I'm going to call it down the middle. I'm going to say 1-1. But don't be surprised if Chelsea pick up 3 points. That's all I'm going to say. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. How do you think it's all going to go down? What starting 11 would you go with? How do you think the predictions are going to be? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this preview. Much appreciated. And I will see you tomorrow on the watch along for Man City versus Chelsea. The last watch along we done was absolutely historic. All of you guys contributing, the atmosphere, the celebrations, everything was just immense. So honestly, we go again tomorrow. Let's get one over on our Champions League finalist opponent. And in the rehearsal, we come out on top. Hopefully it happens. And don't forget to download the OneFootball app, link in the description, and take part in the giveaway for a Ligue 1 shirt of any player of your choosing and team of your choosing as well, if you can predict who is going to win Ligue 1. Link in the description. Head over there now. Much appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow on the watch along and then the review after the game. So have a good one. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.